There's a saying that goes, if you grow a farmer, you grow an entire nation. And at the heart of it all is mentorship. Moalosi Duncan Serapelwane is doing his part. And he's invited us to this beautiful farm of his to tell us more about the importance of mentorship and grooming the next generation. Moalosi, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for inviting us to your beautiful farm. I want to know the story, the original story of how you got into farming.
Good afternoon, sir, and thanks for you coming down to do this interview. Look, my father used to work in a garage. He worked for about 13 years.
Okay.
Then after 13 years, he left that employment. Then he came back home. He was doing donkey carriages and exchanging them with goats or sheep or a cow. Now that's how he started. When he moved from Kuruman, he came back home, Morokweng. Then he settled in a trust land called Kakisonya. Now that's where he started. Very small. And I remember at one stage he had more than 500 goats.
Wow.
Yeah. And he raised the 6 of us, 3 sons and 3 daughters. I'm the youngest of the 3 sons. After my completion of diploma in education, I did not want to be a farmer. Honestly, I did not want that. I saw it as one job that I can't go into. But at a later stage, after working as a qualified teacher, like I always say, I worked for 7 months. Then I worked for the Consumer Council of the then Botswana. And then I also worked for the insurance industry. It was at the insurance industry where I learned that there's life in this thing. And I decided to follow on the footsteps of my father. You know, there are various things that made me to change my mind.
Okay.
One of that was the book that I read by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The other thing that made me to change my mind was Les Brown, who's a strong believer or that if you don't put your mind to something, then nothing will ever happen. Well, I think the greatest inspiration was my father and my mother. Because, I mean, they never went through standard 6, or in the olden days they used to be called standard 6 or matric or whatever, but they managed to raise us. And they could raise us using livestock. So they are my main inspiration, actually, to decide to come into this thing. And since ever I was in this field of farming, I think I'm happy where I am. And I think I'm doing fine. And I felt, look, as much as I have been helped by other people, by my mentors, I have been mentored before, and I'm still being mentored. So I must also try and mentor other people. It's from generation to generation. So I think that's where I am.
And talk to us about how you then go about sharing this knowledge, this wisdom you've taken from the mentors before you, right? Your dad, the other people who played a role in your farming journey. How are you then now taking that information, the years of knowledge and experience, and now imparting it to the new generation?
Okay. You know, I always say the teacher in me never died. It's still there. So teaching to me is very much important, and it's very close to my heart. You know, I believe the experiences that I've went through, the knowledge that I've gathered throughout the years, if I don't share it with the coming generation, it will end up in my grave. And I believe that's not good. So that's why I'm doing a lot of mentorship. That's why I'm doing a lot of talks in Farmers' Days. That's why I do a lot of talks in information sessions. That's why I do a lot of talks in radios. That's why I do a lot of talks in podcasts and on a one-to-one basis. You know, I think that's a lot of things that I'm doing. I've got 3 groups now, as we speak, in Kuruman that I am mentoring. It's about 36 farmers that I'm mentoring. I've divided them into 3 groups that I go to them twice in a month. And the other, I remember when I went to the first group, they said to me, "Can we meet somewhere in the location or in town so that we can talk farming?" And I said, "No, that won't be farming. It will be something else." I believe when I go to you as a farmer, you must go to your kraal.
Okay.
Because that's where the gist of the matter is.
Yeah.
When I teach you about a cow, you'll be able to concede. When I say that these hooves are long, I will show you. If I say this thing is having a lower jaw which is long, I will show you. If I tell you that this cow is having a crooked legs, I'll show you, you know. So it's better. And my thinking, and even at school, the 7 months that I taught, I believed in practical.
Yeah.
I still believe even today in teaching people on practical basis, because something that you teach practically, you don't forget. But a theory thing, it's easy for you to can forget. So I think, to me, mentoring is very, very, very much important. You must understand, people will always say, especially after 1994, no, we are cattle farmers, we are this, we are that. Yes, we are, but we have the knowledge.
Yeah.
That's another thing. The knowledge is not there. And I think it's very much important to share the knowledge. It's good for people to want farms.
Yeah.
But do they know exactly what they are doing in the farms?
Yeah.
It's good for government to assist with buying goats, massification, like the politicians normally say. It's good to buy livestock cattle for the people. But I think, consider one thing. Before you do that, give that person training.
Of course. Yeah.
Because some other people think that to own the livestock, it's to be at the auction every week. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Applied theory. When you apply the theory, you make it practical, you become competent, and you become wiser in how you deal with, manage with the farm. What's your message to the upcoming farmers, the emerging farmers who are finding their feet? They're not quite sure where to go. They need a bit of mentorship. They may be struggling or doubting themselves. What's your message to them?
My principle is very simple. Farming is a very slow business, but it's a sure business. That's the principle they must live with. It's a slow business, but it's a sure business. Why am I saying that? Every day people eat. And as long as people eat, 2 times, 3 times, once a day, a farmer is needed. Maybe you need a doctor once or a month or once in a month, in a year. But a farmer, you need a farmer 3 times a day or every day. It can be a crop farmer. It can be a livestock farmer. It can be a dairy farmer. Any type of a farmer. We need it. So there's no way where you won't make it as a farmer.
Yeah.
But put it at the back of your head. It's a slow business. Don't come in for quick cash. If you want quick cash, try next door. But here it's a slow business, but it's a sure business. That's one. Two, I encourage a lot of people, as much as you want to get into this thing, despite how much money you have, get yourself a mentor and pay school fees. Because people think that sometimes we pay school fees. So they must come and pay school fees. They must come and pay school fees. Because you need to pay, you know, for you to get education, and good education, pay better. You get better education. Well, sometimes I do talk to people over the phone, it's fine. But sometimes they do a mistake of, they send you a message on a WhatsApp. You see this WhatsApp thing now, huh? Not good. They send you a message, you say hi.
Yeah.
Now, maybe I'm from another old school. When you send me hi, I don't know what to say next.
Hi, how
Because
are you?
maybe I'll say a cow. And you won't like it, you know.
Because you were not specific what you want.
So get straight to the point. That is, Serapelwane, I want to talk to you. Please call me, or can I call you later?
Yeah.
I want an idea on this particular thing. Better.
Yeah.
I'll listen to you. I'll give you my time.
I'm going to ask you some quick questions. But don't worry, nothing too complicated.
Okay.
Which do you prefer, tractor or a bakkie?
I'm a Baki man.
Solo mission or team effort?
Team effort.
Sunrise or sunset on your farm?
Yo, both of them are good.
Zoom, this one I already know the answer to this one. Zoom session or face-to-face conversation?
Face to face.
Braai or poiki?
Yo, well, poiki, it's good.
And then finally, biltong or drones?
Basically both, but I'll go for biltong.
That is Serapelwane. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you, sir.
beautiful farm that you have here.
Thank you.
And thank you for imparting your wisdom to the next generation. And I love the fact that you're imparting that knowledge also to your own daughters.
For sure.
One day run this farm.
No, for sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.